world, we're live. It's me, the Jcrow, and today we're in Adobe Animate, animating a little guy. I literally typed in the tags, little guy, and this little guy came up, so little guy. 3, 2, 1, canvas reveal. The character's called Poncho. There is a segment in the music video I'm working for them, well, animation meme that I'm working on for this. There's like a little intermission type part. So I was thinking of just doing a simple GIF with the character jumping up in the air. And they look like when they scream, that their head's just going to look like this. You know? Extra Blaze, I adore them. They're very nice. I like high contrast characters too. I'm at it again. Big old eye, silhouette character, high contrast. Once again, I'm calling myself out. Actually any good at Call of Duty World at War? I played a Call of Duty variant once at a gaming cafe. I sucked at it. I was kind of prejudiced with it though. Right, so in the game, you get, I think, American soldiers, or you get Nazis, and you run one team or the other, and I loaded in and went, ew, what's that on my arm? Brother, and then I went and offed myself. In co-op, no less, so that wasn't very helpful. Squeaky says I was playing as Rick Toffin. I don't know, but they turned out they were a Nazi character, and I was like, ugh. And then when we respawned, Squeaky had that character because it was randomly being assigned. And I just kind of stood there and watched him get mauled. He was like, help me. And I'm like, no. No. I didn't choose this skin. It was assigned. It's not my problem. It's yours. And then we stopped playing that version of the map and he put on like a cool Hollywood themed one where we got to dress as, well, I got to be like a monster lady. So what I'm working on currently is getting a feel for like the start and end pose for this little character. As I say, the plan is to make them jump up in the air. We will have trinket spotted eyes. Amazing. And Bagoki, hi Bagoki. Mochi, you're so happy with the shot. I'll check it out after the stream or when I get a minute. At the moment, I want to try and get some on the canvas. But it is empty. You know, I did have an illustration prepped for today. It was a mermaid, and I drew her swimming with a shark, like a hammerhead shark. And then after I'd completed it, I was like, what if they're offended that I drew their character with a shark? Are they going to look at it and be like, are you implying my character, my OC's dinner? What is this? I hope not. So I'm thinking of going like, I'm trying to get some poses going so we know what we're doing. What would its squash pose be before it goes up? Can I get something like this, please? Open the beak slightly. Make it really dirt. Yes. So I can compose from this into something similar to the bigger one. Mochi, you might repost it because I just realized it's Wednesday and not Friday because I usually post on Friday, so I might repost. Don't know though. I could get the middle frame going. I don't like this pose as much because it doesn't feel as expressionate. I know, the character has very little to work with in terms of that, but I think we can definitely do better. Just because it's simple doesn't mean we can't push a pose. Mochi, you're making ramen right now? Delicious.
Animal Crossing Raymond.
Animal Crossing Raymond? Bagoki, I just ate kimchi ramen, which was so good. Delicious. Never tried it before. Can we like get a foot facing forward maybe? I want the eye to be like a little bit more ovally. Yeah, and then as we get through it, I'm going to slowly add more and more in between frames. So I'm going to get He's so derpy. So currently number 1 is Nisty again. They swipe the crown off everyone. Pagoki's number 2 and Skelly's number 3. I will have some extra frames too to... I want to make it very bouncy and very silly. It's looking so cursed right now, honestly. If I go here, I think YouTube is biased to Nisty. It's just bullying you specifically, Nisty. Mochi, you decided that for your birthday art contest that an artist can draw Kara and Ash's future child design? What? Now we'll choose a design as a canon design for the story. That's so cute! That's so cute! I've been wanting to enter one of your contests in general. I feel like whenever the timing happens, I'm always busy that week, unfortunately. What if we like curve the legs in a bit more? Ooh. Might be getting somewhere. There it is. That's the pose we want. That looks very yippy of them. Yippee! That do be a joyous bird that has seen many a trinket. What do you think? The wiggly legs or the stupid sticky outy legs? They have their own charm. I think the stupid sticky outy legs might actually be better. Okay. So the plan's going to be going to go from A to B. So I know the second part of this is going to be... It's not squash and stretch, it's called something else. What is it? Anticipation? I mean, it is squash and stretch, but I think the other method in play is anticipation. But there's another one for the other side of it. I can't remember what it's called. See? So we've got at least one bounce going on. I wonder if I can add like a really messy smear. Oops, wrong button. So how's everyone's day gone today? I went all the way to the hospital to get told my appointment has been cancelled, and then had to spend the whole day waiting for the taxi to arrive to take me to the hospital, waiting for the taxi to arrive to take me home again. I'm wondering if I can get away with like a really silly in-between smear thicker. Like a really goofy one. And then I got home and I finished colouring in and drawing Glottenspiel from yesterday's stream. They're currently already on ArtFight. It's getting there. And then up here, if we rotate the head again. I'm type, oh, YouTube added some sort of ranking system for fans. Yes, apparently when you unlock supers, you can also use them to get extra points. But it seems to be based off how many messages you put into chat. I think we got up to 100 and something last stream. The highest one was like 125 or something. And Nisty, I was trying to say that I really like neutralizing the German soldiers in this game. TikTok's anything to go off. I've got a good assumption as to which 2 words were being censored for you. Mochi, I really want to draw Kara snuggling a German Shepherd guard dog. Oh, I used to have one of those. He was a guard dog too. He was very well trained. My parents didn't train him. He came that way. Okay, so if we make the legs kind of stick further out, I'm not sure what I'm doing with the body here. I'll get a loop going so I can see it a bit clearer. Okay, I have an idea. The head's moving up and back, but if we keep the body in place generically, but like kind of move the feet towards the center of it. And then from here, maybe can have it look upwards a bit more and start to fall down a bit. We we need it to loop back around to this stupid face. Nothing stupid face about the character, stupid face about this particular frame. And once I've got a better idea for the motion. See, I think we've kind of got something going. It's okay, but we can do better. If I just start with a ball as like a head placement. Ah, two cats in a basket. Hi. Hello. I'm currently working on ArtFight. I wanted to do something easier today because I wasn't feeling 100%. And then I was like, oh, but if I could animate this. We do frame by frame animation here. How are you doing? I'm Theo's Arts and Crafts. Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome. Squeaky Clean's in the background too. You might hear him occasionally. He sneezed earlier. How are you all doing? Are you doing ArtFight at all? And Mochi, how long will you be streaming? Usually until 10. 8 till 10 UK time. Right, let's get some keyframes. What's the shortcut? Oh yeah. I can't use it. Let's just get some every frames going for now. So we want it to go down a little for anticipation and then shoot up. Up again. Now I'm using some bouncing ball methods to just kind of blot out. This character is called Poncho. It belongs to someone on ArtFight. See what I mean? Where I was like, today I just don't feel 100%. If I have a keyframe here and every other frames. Mochi, you made your ramen spicy. What did you add to it? Like, okay, I remember when my friends gaslit me into thinking a big roller coaster was kind of fun, but I was terrified. Roller coasters kind of like that, so. Okay, so we want them to duck down. We want that to hold a little bit. And this is also going to be a bit of squash. And then we want them to basically shoot up. I'll change the angle at the moment. I just need to work stuff out, right? So I have a bit of a stretch frame. I'm going to squash them a little bit up here. Bounce back into shape, but we're going to keep them like kind of moving up a bit. And then a little bit of falling down. And we'll have another smear. And then it moves back into where it needs to be. So we're going to make it just squash a bit further down rather than perfectly stopping. I'm going to get rid of these frames because they're going to interrupt it. Okay, go. Okay, the timing's looking a bit better. Oh, Mochi, it's thunderstorming. That sounds amazing. I haven't had a good thunderstorm in ages. Okay. So I know the plan on like this frame is to have it kind of a little bit of an open mouth. No, onto the smear. Wait, I could like give it borderline a budgie mouth if I like smudge the jaw. Or is it parrots? Which birds have like yeah, parrots. So we could give it a moment of parrot jaw essentially. Squash it. Squash there. This frame's still a little bit squashed, but I know I wanted to try and make the head angle upwards. So they're cheering. Falling back down. And then we need a frame between there and there, I think, to sort of. Not a fan. We'll keep going. You added creamy sriracha? Nice. Nisty, I want a semi-hard pasta mixed with sriracha, and now I get nauseous when thinking of sriracha. Oh my gosh. Beanie does cool stuff. Hola, personas. Hello. Welcome. We're animating a little guy today called Poncho. ArtFight. And the character belongs to somebody on ArtFight. I can belongs to YuuniNya. YWNI-Nya. YuuniNya. Very cute. I literally I have attacks that I need to get revenges on and all that, but I just wanted to do something easy and fun. Something silly and fun, you know? And this character's really perfect for it. I've also gotten up to 8 likes on the video. Thank you, everybody. And top fans currently, Nisty, Astroblaze, Bagoki, in that order. You've all got crowns. Beanie does cool stuff. I can speak English. I just like role-playing as a Spanish person. I mean, if you can speak Spanish, at least it gets you using the language. So if you don't use a language and you know a second language, it's easy to kind of forget parts. I used to be very near fluent in Spanish. Okay, I want to squeeze the character a bit here. So I see, based off your icon, Beanie, I'm going to guess maybe Battle for Dream Island? I can't zoom in. Chat's on my phone at the moment. Can I like give it a face like this? This looks like a really fun character to do funny faces with, you know? Like bring the beak forward a bit more. And maybe down more. Or maybe for as we're going up, let's try keeping the beak the same. But like smearing the bottom of it, maybe? I mean, this is meant to just be the smear frame. Might be easier to focus on the eye. And beanie it is nice. A go key. I know very little Spanish, but you know a lot about beekeeping. I'm gonna start by making the eye, because the eye is going to be like the focal point of the smear, I suppose. To make it easier to stretch the rest of it accordingly. Oh, I see. This isn't the smear frame. I forgot to add one. Okay. Squash and stretch. So we'll try that again. Which then makes this easier to squash because I understand it a bit better now. I was wondering why it was puffing outwardly. Then we get a nice normal head shape. Beak needs to be a bit longer though. They're looking a bit too Pac-Man. Whoops. The eyes will be less hideous. It'll all be less hideous once we've worked out what movement we want. Ooh. You know, I've seen a lot of Battle for Dream Island OCs on ArtFight too. We have another smear. So the animation meme for this, for ArtFight this year, has quite a few. It's got two intermission sections, which is where I reckon this is going to go, is the plan anyway. Right. Now, let's get rid of all the dupes. It's definitely getting better. I think when it lands, it's a bit janky. So let's see what we need. That squash here to there. We need an in-between, I believe. I'm just adjusting the keyframes at the bottom so we can do that between there and that. Insert keyframe. This one. What do we need? So that's a squash. Oh, I think I know. You need to be extended. Well, sometimes it really is fun just to play with the really simple characters when you're used to detail as well. There we go. It's got a bit more of a bounce going to it. Once I've got all these in too, I can add more in-betweens to make other parts of it smoother. Okay, so let's see. The big squash stretch frame here can be shorter and probably also stretched a bit more. Could definitely probably have that up there a little longer. And I can probably add a bounce to that too now that I think about it before it falls. So it goes jump, bursts into shape, and then back down. So kind of like, just need to add a little bit of a squash to it. Make it slower. And perhaps lower on that. Let's try. Okay, that is something I will mess around with later when it's actually rendered a bit more. Beanie, you've set a very big word I'm not sure how to say. Night Watcher, hello, welcome. Bagoki, what is the most annoying animal? Oh, Anomalo. Clarissa's. It reminds me of that one fish in Hawaii with a super long title. Isn't it, Beanie? That is an extinct animal. What do you mean it's annoying? That's extinct. They're kind of cute though. Night Watcher. I freaking hate this ranking system. Is it because you're losing and you can't read? Oh, there goes my phone. For those that don't know, I read chat on my phone. Let's see where Night Watcher is in the ranking. 6th. Have you got a new icon? Is that a cat boy? Slay. Also, according to the ranking system, we also have a Theo Paints and Mime Types in chat. Hello to you too. Lurking. You've got points though. Secret points. Okay. I'll be able to make this more bouncy once it's got more going on. Anyway, that's a lot of frames to work with. Where'd the rest of it go? There. Poncho, hello. So now that's a squash. And this is the leftover frame, so I want this to be the one where it's like squatting. And then from this pose to this pose. Mime type. I dislike the ranking system too. Is it because it is pay to win? Or is it because you're trying to lurk in chat and it pointed you out anyway? You're trying to be sneaky beaky and then it was like, hey, guess who's there? I see them. Ah yes, so question. I drew somebody's OC, the mermaid I mentioned. With a shark, like swimming with a shark, and I thought that was really cute. And then I realized, what if they get mad? Because I've implied their character is dinner. Like, I've not implied the character is dinner, but what if they feel like I have? If you guys in chat had a mermaid OC and someone drew them swimming with a shark, would you be like, ah, or would you be like, excuse me, what did my OC do to you? I think I might have asked at the beginning already, but um Beanie, I very much despise it as well. And Nightwatcher, it's just stupid. It makes YouTube similar to TikTok Live. I thought it was copying Twitch, to be honest. Because Twitch has channel points. See, TikTok Lives are... Oh, oh. It's like I understand get that bag, but also when a lot of the streams I watch where it's like I want to see the rest of the tour, I want to see the fun stuff, and then it gets overtook with sentences like "Thank you for the roses, thank you for the roses is always it. Thank you for the heart me, thank you for the blank blank blank," and it's like it gets to a point where I'm like, I'm trying to listen to things, please. She's not. It's like on the one hand, at least they're showing gratitude, but on the other hand, it's like I want to hear the ocean. You know, because it gets to a point where the live stream's no longer a live stream. It's just thanking for certain points and aspects that have been donated. And then some of them get to the point where it's just asking straight up for certain things too. At that point, I don't feel like it's a stream anymore. So there's definitely limitations. Astroblaze, I think that would make them sharkies. Yes. Nisty, not Nisty, sorry, Nightwatcher, I'd probably much prefer YouTube being like Twitch. I thought it was meant to be more like Twitch, to be honest. Like I say, Twitch has a channel point system going on, and it accrues like this one seems to be, only this one has more limitations. Twitch's is a lot better. Twitch has also been doing it for a lot longer. Okay, we need to work out, I need to work out what I'm doing with the legs better. Oops, there goes its head. But this is a very, very rough pass. But it's silly. I think it's working. We need this leg to be bending the other way so it follows the direction of this foot. And then it makes these a little bit more sensical. It looks like it's doing a little frog hop. Wait. Poncho secretly actually a frog dressed as a crow? Or bird? Nightwatcher channel points aren't viewable to everyone and retain each live stream like and are like a currency. This is straight up a ranking system that increases if you donate. Ah, yeah, I see the difference. So that's what I was saying. I was like, I feel like I've seen it before and it's familiar with the Twitch situation. But the Twitch one is a lot better because, yeah, you can use it for stuff. So if you've got sound effects, if we had Twitch channel points, I could have a sound effect that's just, I don't know, a fart. Literally just a toot, or a goose honking, or a crow squawking. And it could be 50 channel points, and you get the channel points from talking and being in chat longer. And then every so often you could play it, and then a soundboard would play on my ears. And people use that sort of stuff for jump scares too. You can make them really customized and interactable, like if you've got a PNG tuber, it can affect those. You can use them to unlock emotes for free too. I think we were discussing it yesterday, last stream. I was basically saying that the top fan things is really fun, but at the same time, as soon as money comes into it, I kind of hope that it has two different channels. So it's like, oh yes, the top vote for person that's been here the longer versus somebody that's, paid. I think would be fair. And bring this foot around a little bit more so that it makes a bit more sense with other poses. What if I try not putting this foot down first and have it like facing forward or something so it looks like it's being slapped down too? Yeah, we're getting there. They're really floppy frog legs. Also do with the outfit being a little bit more consistent. But we are working with, like I say, rough. Like making sure the feet line up in the correct places is one example of what I'm on about. We can try and do something tidier now. I can give it a go. If we reduce that, I could work on like the feet or the head first. Ooh, not on ones, on twos, please. So apparently that frame is held. I think the end frame is probably held too long, but timing is easier to fix up later. I move. Yeah, for now the channel thing is just a bit fun. 11 likes. Thank you, everybody. You're on fire. Where did that come from? Oh, thank you. I'm just refreshing chat because sometimes it crashes. Let's see. Oh, Night Watcher, you've dropped down to 6th. But Goki's got a crown again. So yeah, I like seeing the little crown be passed around. It's like everyone's fighting, and honestly, same, I would fight for it too. It's like a mosh pit, but instead of any sort of moshing and anything to do with metal, it's a YouTube live stream and you're all fighting for like a Burger King crown. Sounds pretty great. Okay, what should we animate first? Should I do the eye? Oh, my music stopped. That's why it's so silent. It's like, I can hear too much of myself. What's going on? My headphones die? My headphones shouldn't need battery power to work with an aux cord. That's stupid. Hang on, I'll plug it in. Nisty saw my entire hand cramped and locked up in a fist today, and I had to pry it open to get it to stop. Now, I've had something like that happen before in like a leg or a foot. I think I was screaming.
You were.
It hurt quite a lot. Are you okay? Sorry, I'm just trying to find where to charge my headphones without actually taking it off. You know what you feel for where you plug something in as opposed to just pick it up and look? That. Oh, apparently we've got battery. Oh. It appears. I have no idea what song it's actually on currently. Hang on. Okay, sorted. Fixed it. Oh, sorry you've got an injury there, Nisty. Wait, because I think that is meant to be... That's supposed to be the squash version of that. Okay. Silly little face. Oh. No one else listening to any music whilst watching the stream? I always have music on, but you guys don't get to hear it because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Sorry. Currently, Chapel Roan. I really like silly, expressionate squash and fresh stretched frames. Can be really, really freeing to play with. They're really fun. Come on, Jcrow, draw a circle. Did it. Come on, draw a second circle. Did it. I think from here I can probably add a little bit of a smear to it too, but what I'm actually going to do is try and line it up to a degree by keeping it a similar shape towards the bottom and just ever so slightly elongating the top. There you go. Has anyone been at school today? I thought school's kicked out for summer already, but I am seeing loads of school uniforms in my area. I keep seeing like school kids, and I'm like, why are you in uniform? Why aren't you at home? Why aren't you enjoying your summer? I could have sworn it was summer already. It's not. You know what? I think I changed my mind. Same thing, same concept, but I'm also going to make it like a little bit thinner too. I want it to just have a very subtle smear on this one as opposed to like the really obvious one on the previous frame. So it's just a little bit more oval rather than the mega eyeball on the next one. Yeah, this one's a bit more of a mega eyeball too. A super eyeball? Okay, and then we've got another squash. Squishy eyeball. That's not cringe at all. Ah, some anticipation, so it squashes even more. Super squashed eyeball. Imagine your eyeballs get squashed every time you jumped. Cringe. Yay. I got some more attacks today also. Would people be interested to see attacks on my characters? So I could. I could show them. Okay, it's like a size consistency. Where's the one and only other eyeball that isn't being messed with? Bring that back down here. Put it like there. And on that one. Okay, and we need to squash it at some point. I'm just not sure which bits. I'm just going to play. Whoa. You're bouncy. So it's down here. Let me see. Big squish. Right, so we want this one to be a little bit more stretched. Only a little. This one's going to load in the stream on this and be like, huh, that circle. What a fascinating stream. Why are the people here? Let's give that a go. Really, really fast, but we're getting through it. Let's see, Night Watcher. Me when spicy things ain't even spicy. Like, I'm just nibbling on those Domino's chili flake packets. Like, yeah, it's kind of spicy, but only on the tip of my tongue and not spicy elsewhere. Maybe genetic. Does anyone else get what I mean when I say there's two types of spicy, and one of them is like this heat, but this flavor, and then there's the other type of spicy where it's just hot to the point where you can't actually taste the flavor. Does anyone else get that? Because it's like I like spicy when it comes with a flavor and a taste, but I've been served spicy food before where it's so spicy I can't taste anything at all. So I remember this girl in student accommodation, she made a spicy tuna and sweet corn pasta, smothered it in like a spicy powder, and there was no flavor in it. It was just hot. And I'm like, how did you manage to make tuna a flavor that cannot be tasted in a dish. It's very impressive. But also like I want to be able to taste the food. It's not enhancing anything if it's making me taste nothing. That's kind of the opposite of enhancing, right? That's deleting. Oh, sorry, I've just refreshed chat. There's somebody new in. You've got a prettily written username, but I'm struggling to read it. Two? Is it the word two? If I click on you. It's two something. Two thought? Is it two thoughts? Is that your username? What's happening here? Hello. Anyways, why does the character give pansexual flag? I think it is a pansexual flag. What we're doing is ArtFight, and I'm doing a little animation of the character jumping up and down. I need to work on the timing so that they're slower. We've got a very rough pass in the background, and what I'm doing right now is doing, one that's less rough. But it is a little bird called Poncho. How are you doing? This is for ArtFight. And Bagoki, it's cool that in Antarctica, freezers are sometimes warmer than the outside. That is a cool fact. It's also kind of terrifying. Imagine it being that cold. Imagine existing and you just find out that when you go to get your food out the freezer is warmer. Okay, so for the sake of comparing these two frames, I'm going to put an extra one over here for the onion skin. Put an X on it so I know that we don't want to keep this one and it's just there for reference. And this needs to get between these two frames. So I'm going to do these and then do the other one as an in-between. Yeah, the squash and stretching. We've got up to 12 likes. Thank you, everybody. Also, hello always, Jimmy Breaded Glitch. Always watching YouTube, Jimmy Breaded Glitch. Which name do you want us to call you? Because I know last time you said always, but now you've added 3 new names. But hi! I decided I wanted to do something lighter and then ended up animating, which isn't lighter. So I'm going to edit the frame there so it's a little bit. It's so wonky. Trying to pay a bit more attention to the previous frames. And if I need to do another pass over, it's fine. No, that's a bit too faint. Now I can't see it all. Try that. Pick one for me. I want to call you Bread. We have already been calling you Always for a while. So, Pebble went to the vet today. Pebble has recently decided that when he goes to the vet, he wants to act like it is the scariest thing in the world to ever happen to him. And to be honest, it is the scariest thing that's ever happened to him in the world. He's had a very privileged life, has Pebble. Pebble pooped in the cat carrier on the way home like 7 times. Like I was helping Squeaky bin the packet, and there was like 7 nuggets in there. And at this end, we were like, we may as well just bin the carrier. I'm not cleaning that. I don't expect you to clean it either. The funny part of this story and why I'm telling you this is because the bus was full of people, completely filled with people. And Pebble likes to, he sits on the bus and he's very vocal and he goes, "Me, me, me," the whole time. He's like, "Mm, am suffering. I'm on public transport. I understand, Pebble. I understand. Anyway, apparently everyone on the bus was like, "Oh, I hear a cat. Oh, a cat. Wow, so cute." Because like Pebble was making cute noises, but he had, pee pee poo pooed himself in the carrier, so it kind of stunk. The funny part is that for some reason nobody blamed the animal for the smell that they were acknowledging and blamed some like poor old man. It's like some poor guy on the bus was getting the blame for it. And I'm like, how are you blaming a person who's literally an animal on the bus? They couldn't see him in there. They could see his face, but the inside of the carrier is very dark. Can you imagine the audacity? You're getting blamed for like the smell, and it's like there was literally an animal on the bus. Why are you blaming me first? I don't know. I just thought it was like funny the audacity. Pebble had pretty privilege, unlike this smear frame. That's not pretty. Oh, we're getting somewhere though. I go keep Pebble. Master Blaze, how does he have that much poop? I don't know. I don't know. There was like 7 turds in there, not including Pebble. I was literally like, because it was like they were normal too. It's not like he was sick. He was just popping out nuggets in fear of the public transport, I guess. But yeah, it's just the concept of like, I can only imagine how mad I'd be if I was getting blamed for something like that and I'm literally sat opposite an animal, like, guys. It's obviously the kid. It's obviously the cat. Come on, leave me alone. Maybe it was both. Maybe they were teaming. Bagoki, can't wait to go on my third flight and my second train ride ever this month. May you be blessed with not getting blamed for a cat's problems on your public transport journey. Always breaded, that's your name now. Great to have you back, Jcrow. It's good to be back. It's been really fun talking with everybody and getting to see how everyone's doing and getting along. I think we definitely need to work on the timing of this animation more, but for now, getting all the frames in is the important bit. It's moving so quickly. Let's move the eye down here, and then the eye can kind of like lead the weight of it. I think that'll look cool. See, I think this should realistically be still a little bit smeared. Beluga. Yeah, I'm gonna do another pass over this one because like messing with it too much. Oops. It is good to be back. I'm considering bringing my streaming equipment into the hospital when I next go in for the transplant. We have times for it now, kind of. Well, not exact times, but late August. So late August, I'm going to be in for the bone transplant, and it's risky. I can put more information out at the time. But I'm going to be spending my birthday going through hell, so that's going to suck. That's not what I wanted this year. It's not. And hospital food? Cringe. Listen, I'm in England. The food isn't great. typically, like, it's good for English food, it's fine. It's hospital food and it's British. Okay. Happy birthday. Why is everything served with mashed potato? I end up living off soup and sandwiches. Okay, I remember when I went to mechanic. You went to a mechanic last May? You went to a mechanic last May? Okay. What did you get fixed? What are you repairing? Hmm. I'm not sure what's happening with this frame. So I think that's the normal frame we're supposed to be at. That's like the normal head shape. But our bird is in the wrong spot. His head needs to be over there. And then the beak needs to be a bit longer. That's cute. Line stuff up a bit better. Did anyone watch Squid Game as well? Been seeing a lot of memes about who would help the baby. What's this in between these two frames? Yeah, it's got like a slight bounce. So I want it to be like this frame basically, but just like slightly chunkier. I'll just do it with this because we're using guides now. Just give it a little bit of a squish. Ever so slightly. Got lots of hearts in chat. Thank you. 413 likes on the video. That might be a new record. You might have broken a new record. And then we need to cut out that frame. Kind of. Let's test it with the dark contrast in there. So I can use it to shave off slices if that's not enough slices. I could like this selected all so it stops flashing like that. It's annoying. Yeah, I think with colour we're starting to get somewhere. Not sure about the eye being that curved. And then straight back down. Seems okay. Oh, Mackinac is the French, and Mackinac is the English version of a Native American word that means, drumroll, great turtle or land of the great turtle. Oh, you're gonna be seeing a turtle? Hawk. I will have to resize this too. Always breaded. Gotta go eat something. I'll be lurking while stuffing my face. Nice. Mochi, where's Uzi? Uzi's learning their ABCs. I don't know, in the past Uzi had a lot of extracurricular stuff. I know band practice was one of them. So there's a good chance they still have stuff like that to do. I don't know their schedule, I just I tend to remember what people tell me. Like I mean it when I say I'm like Happy to hear about stuff and like to talk to you. I am listening. Do care. Brigeki! Kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. Kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. Kitty cat that didn't poop all over himself 7 times in the cat carriage. No, because Pebble came in afterwards, after his bath. Because, yes, he got a bath, and he came in, and I looked down at him because, like, his face wasn't wet. But he came up to me because I'm sat in the computer chair and looked down, and his whiskers were, like, so big, and his eyes were so big. And he was, like, so sad, right? But then the rest of him, he looked like a pom-pom of scruff, and his tail was so... I looked down and then he's like, oppressedly, he's like, eh. I look down after his sad meow and he's just a wet, spiky ball. It was great. Now he's partially dry. So he's dried himself at the front. That's Pebble. And the front of him is a normal looking cat. And then the back of him is still like this. So last I saw, he looked like this.
I was gonna show him on my stream, but no one turned up.
He's a spiky cat. Oh, you were going to hold him to the camera while he was soggy.
Yeah.
I saw him. Oh, there he is. Hi. Hi, Pebble. Oh, you're nearly dry. Look at you. Did you hear me talking about you and telling everybody that you weren't fluffy anymore and you were spiky and soggy and came to prove me wrong? So how are you doing? Yes. Pebble's here. He's fluffier now. Misty, are the turtles there? Are they turtles there? That's a good question. Bagoki, are the turtles in the place you're going to? I'm not entirely sold on this currently. I'm not sure about it. Let's focus on the let's lock in on the feet, yeah? Because I know a lot of the issue is the feet need to stay in place in certain areas. So like if they actually hold their position in certain frames, like that one going back into place. Well, they are touching, so I may as well do the rest. Oh no, he's gonna look like a legless bird thing for a moment. If I make them follow the rest of the path like that first. It's looking a little like those birds from Don't Starve Together at the moment. They're like a scruffy bird. They have like a beak. And they literally just have big legs. It's something like that. Don't Starve Together bird. Nisty, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Bagoki. It got named that because of the Ojiba? What? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say these words. I'm not going to butcher that one, respectfully. Which means great turtle, and in their folklore is that Mackinac Island was formed by a shell of a gigantic turtle. Ah! I feel like that pops up in a lot of lore sometimes, like folklore. It's very interesting. I find it particularly interesting when I find different cultures' ways of handling different situations or seeing different cultures showing the same types of folklore or similar ones. Like lots of different cultures have a version of a vampire, essentially. They're not always a vampire, like a pretty human with pointy teeth, but it's interesting. For example, the easiest way to make an item of clothing traditionally, like with modern machines, it's a bit different, but traditionally, anything you can make out of a big rectangle of fabric is going to be cheaper and easier to make. And then you've got the examples of the Great Scottish Kilt and the sari. They are both very similar in length as just huge sheets of fabric, right? And both of them involve being wrapped and pleated around the body to form an outfit. It's like two completely different cultures, same concept, completely different execution. And I just think it's really interesting to see how humans just have come up with things over the time. It's like creativity and all of that. See, this is why AI can't replace humans. And a lot of people are upset about it, and rightfully so. But it's never going to take away humanity and creativity.
Do you know about the telescope?
You something about a telescope, Squeaky? You might want to come closer if you want to say something cool.
Um,
Trying to work out what this foot's doing.
Speaking of things that were like discovered or created that were very similar to each other, done by different people around the world, the telescope was actually invented in like several different places within 10 years of each other without anyone else knowing. So, like several different countries or cultures, I'm not sure what they would be at that point. Oh, you moved the big plank of wood. Discovered or developed the telescope really close to each other to the point where it is sus.
Why is it sus? Is there a conspiracy theory that aliens went around and told them all how to do it?
There is now. But Goki gonna go write it all on Reddit.
Lucky. How could you?
Yeah, it's literally like, say America made like Mickey Mouse, and then within a week China had made Mickey Mouse, and then you know Madagascar made Mickey Mouse, but none of them knew about the other Mickey Mouse. They all just made Mickey Mouse at the same time.
You said Madagascar in the same sentence as a discussion about animation, Mickey Mouse, and my brain went straight to, yes, King Julian.
He liked to move it, move it. I'm gonna go back to my sad corner now.
Okay. I mean, that is a fun fact. Okay, Misty, am I the only one who always thought vampires use their canine teeth like straws to suck blood? I used to think it was that, and some characters are written to do that. Um, I think my vampire character, well, vampiric, they use it for puncture, and then you can get the blood out because it's bleeding. So they use it to cause an injury, like a stab. But I think a lot of media uses them like straws. This guy is so happy with the little slappy foot. I need to work on the foot more because it's not working right. It's like a little frog at the moment. Okay. Okay, and now with the outfit. Oh, I used to think that Nisty Bagoki did too. Oh, top fan moment. Nisty's got the crown again. Number one. Bagoki's on number two. Astro Blade's got number three. This would be Nisty's third stream in the row with #1 crown.
Odd, because they were #2 in real life.
No, Pebble's #2. He did like 7 of them.
You're over there like, hey, Squeaky, want to relive some trauma?
You're not the old man that got blamed for it.
He's lived a long, happy life. He deserves some pain.
Okay, I'm gonna make this easier. Because we're kind of losing the shape of it. Like, okay, I thought that, and you missed when I yapped about the Chupacabra law. Oh! That's how you got up to second, isn't it? Like, okay, the vampire's similar folklore reminded me of Latin American Chupacabra, which translates to goat sucker because it sucks the blood of livestock. I love cryptids and folklore. So cool.
Have you seen Dankula's video on the Kelpie?
No, Squeaky, and also, again, you might need to just come closer to the mic if you do want to talk. Or talk louder.
I'm good.
Okay, we need the dress part not to be floating like that. Oh, it's not meant to just align with the body. It's supposed to have a bit of an overhang. Okay. So in that case, we'll follow the shape of the way the legs are bending. Oops, autosave deleted a line. Rude. Oh gosh. I mean, this should help actually in terms of trying to get the movement to look right. Because now it's got a secondary motion that's going to work a bit better. Arch that further up. And delete whatever that's doing. Nisty, I lost my #1 crown at one point because I was so locked into COD. Well, you got it back now. Did you win? Are you winning? Are you winning, son? Lagoki, I love knowing Native American folklores because it's appreciating the folks who lived here before me, and it's cool how many different native tribes and traditions existed. Yes. It is really. There's like a good appreciation to be had for just past cultures and civilizations in general, and the stuff that they brought to the table, and storytelling, all that sort of thing. I agree. And like, if anyone wants like an interesting read, folklore stuff, easy. Okay, I'm gonna erase the leggies, and we're gonna see how this looks. And then maybe I can do the final draft, because I think I still want to do some changes. See, this is like pretty simple animation in theory. I shouldn't be taking this long, but I think it just validates previous me going, I don't think I'm up for it. Let's do something easy today. Something fun, but easy. God, this one where it looks like a beluga. Like a whale. Use a tail. So I'm just disconnecting it so I can select and erase the legs. Hopefully I won't have any problems uploading a GIF this time. Okay, go. Oh yeah, that's getting there. It's very squishy. Which probably, I think now is probably a good time to play with the timing too. So this seems to be the main, yeah, so like the grass just kind of flutters into place a little bit. So this is the main frame we'd hold a little before it then goes into the squash. I can add more frames later as well. I just need these keyframes and in-betweens doing. And then he squashes. This squash does not need to be that long. So I'll take a frame out. I think I can probably add more squash and stretch in that part too. So this leg falls down. I wonder if I can add a bit of a smear to the foot, actually. Like if one of them is just longer. Obviously it's going to be difficult to do with the lineless design. I can outline it. I just need to imply that I know what I'm doing. Future me, look, you're doing this. How does that look with a... Yeah, I think having a stretch on that foot, that one frame of foot helps. That's helping the foot a lot. 14 likes! We've got a new record! Well done, everybody! Thank you! Record breakers. See if I get a soundboard. Play music. And then get copyright striked. Thank you all for supporting the stream of a very, very bouncy little bird called Poncho. They wear a poncho. Okay, so squash, jumps up. Maybe I can add an extra frame on that so that they're in the air a little longer. So if I slow down the fall a little, just slightly, it might look bad, it might look good, we'll see. Yeah, that's looking a bit better, slowing the fall down. So it just holds these frames at the top a little bit before it tumbles. And then it bounces back into place with this. And they bounce again. I need to get rid of that end frame. Get out of here. Okay, I think that's working. I'm a little uncertain about the eye. I feel like, though the curvy frame here is good, it looks funky. I'm worried that it is interrupting. I'm worried it's too interrupting. So let's just see how it looks if I just kind of round this out instead. See how that might look. Yeah, that's smoother. The wiggliness was not helping. Bagoki, I love how simple Poncho is. Yeah. It's a nice simple character. It's like when I was looking at it, I was like, I like the high contrast. I like the silhouette designs. I like the big old eyes. So many of my favorite things here. Nice and simple. But also simple. There's enough to it where you can think about it a bit more as well. So, as far as an extra pass goes, so it's like warm-up attempt. I've moved them all out of the way. First, second. Now I think the last thing, the only problem we have now is the head shape is off model. So I think the beak needs to be longer in certain areas. This is one of them. We need to try and make sure it gets thinner at the beak, unless it's a smear. Smear friends are get an excuse. So I need to just make it thin. Like that, that's a smear. I can put a line to imply where the beak is, maybe? Same with that one. It's like it's a smear frame, but I can put a line in to accentuate where the beak should be kind of a bit more. Same with that one. And then these ones where it's like bouncing back into a normal shape are also a bit of a problem. There you go. Okay, so this big frame, we definitely want to keep that as it were. But that's looking pretty good, actually. We're getting there. But okay, guys, I was wrong about being able to rest without fireworks because last night I had a few. Yeah, you sent a few pictures to the Discord, didn't you? Nisty, oh my god, I love the barrel shotgun in COD World at War. It's actually realistic. Is it?
Yep.
I wouldn't be able to tell. I'm getting a little hungry.
That's how shares food.
By Goki, in some frames, Poncho's head looks like a cute pistachio. Cute pistachio. That's cute. It does. It's like a partially open pistachio. That's adorable. It was a great comparison. Just restarting my music. Stopped again. We have half an hour-ish left. Okay, so if we're content with this, which I think I am, maybe I can like, I just want the eyes to be more lined up. And then the clothes will also be done in colour. So that is, now we can do some actual line art on them. So I'm gonna set up the keyframes for it. I wonder if it's worth doing the outfit first, actually. Actually, it's probably worth just doing the outfit on a separate layer, just so it's easier to maintain and it's cleaner. We'll do it on a separate layer. I've just got to convert some of these to 1-3s and hold the last frame. And then none of these frames matter, they can all go home. Or not. They're not clicking. Go home. It's just a little guy. Very cute. Oh, I was also going to move them into the middle of the canvas a bit more. So I should probably do that first. So let's get them visible again. And then I'll resize them with commands. Control. Yes, timeline. And we're going to use edit multiple frames to select everything at once. So we do not need... Yes, it's going to look terrifying. It means that I do not need to move everything one at a time. It's a very, very good tool to use if you're using Animate. So in the middle, and a little bit smaller. Probably about there. Yeah, that's better. Bless you, Squeaky. Sneezing. You need to go back onto the timeline and turn that off so it doesn't get scary again. And now the opacity can go back down to stupid. Vanished. Lagoki, in some frames it's... Oh, sorry, I read that one. Heck, the new record on likes is amazing. Thank you, everybody. Like, genuinely. Top 5 places in order of the kings. We have Nisty, then Bagoki, then Astro Blaze, all with crowns. Congratulations, you are the Burger King. And then Skelly, Beanie, Night Watcher, Mime Type, and Theo paints. I wonder what Theo's painting.
Walls.
Because, like, especially while they're not being paid for, I think they are still very fun. Well, not very fun. They're just silly, okay? They look a bit silly. We like a little bit of whimsy. It just sucks when it's based in greed. Looks over at, you know, people like Bezos. Binge. I wonder what the creator's gonna think of bouncy little pistachio looking Poncho. Oh, how's Wyo, by the way? Bagoki. We're talking about birds. Who else in chat has birds? Nisty has chickens, they count. Anyone else got a bird? I do not have a bird. I have a pebble. You'd be scared of the bird.
Pebble's scared of the fucking pebble.
Oh, messed that up. Let's try again. So on TikTok, I made a video about ArtFight and asking people to give me their usernames and stuff so I can actually bookmark characters. It's so much easier to do that and then just type in usernames one at a time and have a list of people that are active this year. Because I've got bookmarked characters from last year, but a lot of the people that were playing them last year have archived those characters, so they've been deleted. I can't access them or see them. Or they're just not playing this year. So, like, because there's no point. So, one example being Cryglitch has done hundreds in like this year. Cryglitch is a machine on ArtFight. They've gone above and beyond, right? And the example would be if I was to attack Cryglitch, someone that's actively participating, versus I attack someone from a bookmark from last year, but they're not playing, and they're not going to actually see anything until next year when they log back on, or if ever, you know? They might have tried ArtFight 1 year and hated it. Because it's about the giving, but also I would like to give to people that are, actually going to receive it because they're playing. And if everyone's just put their usernames in a chat on TikTok, I know that they're online this year. Be like, congrats, you're playing, you get a gift. But the search feature on ArtFight is terrible. So you can't just search. If you went on ArtFight, there isn't a search bar where you could just type in the Jcrow. I know, right? It seems like a basic mechanic for a website. Anyway, what you have to do is edit the username at the top of the page where it says something like on your profile. So if you navigate to your own, it'll say something like www or whatever, HTTPS, but it'll say ArtFi, some symbols, and then your username. What you need to do is erase where it says your username and type in its place the username of the person you're trying to follow. So I might erase that and then I might put in like Cryglitch, and then I'd be able to view Cryglitch's profile and see their characters and stuff. So when it comes to finding active users, the only other route you really have is a button that says random character or search by tag, but the tags don't search either. So if I typed in the Jcrow into the search by tags, it wouldn't give you anything because what that means is someone would have had to have uploaded a character and tagged it the Jcrow, not the Jcrow profile picture. So to find this character, I typed into that search little guy. I just looked for little guy characters, little cuties. Because I literally looked at it and went, I just want to animate a little guy. I bet there are plenty of people that have tagged their characters as a little guy. Let's see. There were. But yeah, if anybody does web coding and wants to volunteer their time, they're looking for volunteer coders. Yay! They desperately need a search bar. Anyone that goes, you know what? I will volunteer my coding skills for the ArtFight website. If they go, cool, we want you to do this, you'd be like, no, I'm doing the search bar first and you can't stop me. Search bar. It's been, I think, nearly 10 years worth of ArtFight. It's nearly been going on for a decade. And they've not got a search bar. It's fun. It's a fun website. It's a fun game. Damn. Come on. Bagoki Wayo is being a nice burb, and he's around 15 years old, lifespan of 20 to 30. Sour Lemons, hello, hi. Welcome into chat. I should do that. What you gonna do? And if I go, are you gonna do ArtFight? You should do ArtFight. Bagoki, I hope Wyo breaks the standard and becomes 40. I also hope he does. It's never nice losing a pet. Ooh. Sorry, all I'm seeing is the pistachio now. What would you do if Wyo had a little colourful poncho? Would you be happy for Wyo? Round that off a little bit more. See, the line art is easier to adjust on characters like this because my retro characters have lineless silhouetted bodies as well, so I've had practice with it. And unlike Jack and Colby, where if your lines are off, you need to actually go in and fix it properly and redo it all. With stuff like this, if they're getting coloured in with that same fill anyway, like that, it doesn't matter that it's too thick down there, you know? Because what you need is to think about what the completed silhouette would look like when it's been filled in. Okay, so this frame is literally just this frame. The character is slightly less. It's a bit of a bounce. So let's do the pistachio head. And we'll make him happy. Here we go. I keep messing up. He doesn't want to be happy. He wants to be a sad pistachio. Speaking of pistachio, what's everyone's favourite ice cream flavour? And tell me why it's not pistachio. No one likes pistachio. Yeah, that's pretty cute. Oh, I know how to cheat with the eye. I know how to cheat with the eye. Boom. And then I'm going to recolor it to white. Hang on. Boom. Eyeball. It's just so I can move to this frame where it needs to have it again, but like it all needs to be slightly squashed. Only a little bit though. But yeah, what's everyone been up to today? Like I say, I spoke about what Squeaky did. I spoke about what I did. Going all the way to the hospital just to be told, oh, your appointment is cancelled. Your doctor is on leave. Excuse me? What do you mean they left? Back. Back. It's interesting because all of my other doctor as well. I've got a few different doctors because I have to have a lot of different procedures. Um, they are all going on leave, almost as if it's summer and they're all cashing in their paid time off. Like, okay, my favorite ice cream flavor is Mackinac fudge or butter pecan. Wait, that sounds good. And you've not tried pistachio, and that's why it's not your favorite. That's a good answer. Night Watcher. Fun fact: Skibbity Sigma Rizzler. That's very sussy of you. That's very Phantom Tax. Is that the only there are so few frames with a normal eyeball? Get him go. Silly guy. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. So should not go about doing the eye. He has no colour, so we're better off doing the eye, the white of the eye in a colour so I can actually see it. I won't make it red because I used red as a placeholder color a moment ago and it was kind of terrifying, so I'm not going to do that again. But we're going to use the blue as a placeholder color. It's because it's less terrifying, I think. I see a lump on the floor. It could be a cat.
It could also be a turd.
Misty, I barely like ice cream. I've not had a lot of ice cream recently. When I do, I used to really like Raspberry Ripple because I like raspberry, and unfortunately, nowhere does a good Raspberry Ripple. Whenever I get a Raspberry Ripple ice cream, it's literally a scoop of vanilla with some raspberry sauce on the top and then nothing else. And I'm like, that's not what Raspberry Ripple is. I like strawberry cheesecake, that's a subtle one too. I think I prefer sorbet. I really like fruit flavors. Sorbet is really good, like fruit sorbet, lemon and mango. I like ice cream situationally. Like, it's definitely not something I'm always in the mood to snack on, but depending on the situation, I could totally go for an ice cream. Not a bad ice cream, though. Who wants a bad ice cream? I remember when I was younger and I went to Spain, they had a big, it was a little shop. I went out at night and there was this little shop that did, is handmade the right word? Handmade ice cream? Fresh ice cream, that word. Um, and I ordered chocolate and banana. So I had a banana scoop and a chocolate scoop. And when they put them in the cone to give it to me, I was like, oh, well, one's a shade of chocolate and the other is a different shade of chocolate. But it was nighttime, so I was like, well, surely this lighter shade is probably the chocolate at the banana, and it just looks brown and chocolate colored in the lighting because it was also by the ocean front, so not a lot of light there either. And that's how I learned that if you make banana ice cream naturally, that actually the ice cream is brown. So if you're ever buying ice cream and you order, if you're looking for natural fresh ice cream at an ice cream parlor and they claim it's natural and fresh, their banana ice cream is yellow. It's not. It's not what you're looking for. If it's brown, then that means that it is freshly made with like actual fruit. I had no idea because even when you think about an actual banana, yeah, they go brown when they're mushy, but like when you think about the fruit, it's usually not brown in color the part you eat. Oh, Night Watcher, you've got the number 3 crown. How do you feel? You've been promoted to a king now.
Or queen.
Or queen. You've been promoted to royalty. I went with king because I was saying Burger King. But you can be whatever you want. You're a monarch. You're promoted into the monarchy that is the top fans live chat that you were criticizing previously. Are you gonna like abdicate your throne or are you gonna become a tyrant? The choice is up to you. Ragoki, I think most first world countries being in cold places contributes to the ice cream. And you find it interesting how ice cream is more commonly eaten in colder countries. Is it?
In melon hot countries.
Well, yeah, because it'd melt. I remember, oh my gosh, that reminds me of one of my roommates in university. He was from India and he came over to study in England and he really loved the Cadbury chocolate. He loved it and he brought so much of it back home to share with his family. And when he came back over summer, he was telling me how devastated he was. I'm like, why? And he's like, because I brought all this chocolate home for my family to try. And when I opened it, it was all melted and it was just a puddle. And I was like, oh, I hadn't thought about the chocolate melting. And he was like, why is it melting? And I'm like, because it's chocolate. It's chocolate. It's gonna melt. Oh, I'd be so sad. He was also very sad. I said to him, well, if they've still got some, did you put it in the fridge? And he was like, no. And I was like, right, well, if you've got a fridge, put it in the fridge. If you've got room in the fridge, chocolate. It'll be ugly when it sets again. It's not gonna be pretty anymore, but it'll be easier to eat than sauce packet, won't it? Can you imagine? It's just the ice cream melting reminded me. Oh, Night Watcher. I love Cadbury. Street Mochi. I love listening and watching live streams while drawing. Oh, we're glad to have you, Mochi. What are you drawing? Oh yeah, I still need to check out your new reel when it's posted. When I'm finished streaming, sorry. A few minutes. Night Watcher. Where was he from again? He was from India. That's what he told me. He didn't give me any more details than that. He just said he was from India. Like, he lived there. It's not like he was visiting family and he lived in England. He lived abroad and he came over here to study. And then he discovered the Cadbury's chocolate, decided, I want to bring this home to my family, and he did not contend for it melting. Although I have heard some chocolates that aren't actually chocolate. I'm side-eyeing American chocolate at the minute, sorry guys. Has a much lower melting point as opposed to European chocolate, which has a higher cocoa and milk content. So if he's used to those types of chocolate, like Hershey's, which will have a lower melting point, then maybe that could be a credit as to why he didn't consider it melting. But European chocolate is made with more milk and cocoa. But yeah, he was from India. He went home with half his hand luggage filled with types of chocolate, and it had all melted, and he was gutted. To be fair, also, it's like if you've, it is a bit of a silly mistake, I guess, but there's that element of he was just really excited to share something he'd found and bring it back and just didn't overthink it, which is a bit unfortunate. Mochi, I finished drawing for someone and now I'm going to be drawing concept art for Kara's older brother. Nice. Bagoki, they advertise chocolate here to be authentic to European chocolate. Oh, Bagoki, they're lying to you. I tried it once. I was at a convention. I was invited to a convention where a bunch of universities were like showing off to the guests what they do for investment and recruitment, I think. Anyway, me and my friend were invited and ended up going, and the whole time, not the whole time, sorry, we were looking at the freebies, and one of the freebies we got given was Hershey's chocolate, and they were like, yes, it's from America, authentic American candy, yes, delicious. And my friend looked at me and went, I heard it tastes like vomit. And I was like, oh. And she was like, are you actually going to eat it? And I'm like, well, now you've said that it tastes like vomit. I'm morbidly curious. She was right. I should have stayed curious. We spent the rest of the convention looking desperately for just anybody that was giving out any form of mint or drink. It was all pens. I don't know. There was protractors, compasses. Someone give us a compass. Why would you want that?
Stop people.
No, not a math compass, a directional I'm lost compass. At a university fair. Is this so I can find you? You know Google's free, right? You give me this. Okay, so I think here we could actually add a bit more of a curved shape to this upper jaw part to match the shape of the dome on the top of the head. It's a very fun character to play with. The way it bounced into the happy face. Okay, so maybe if we make this one a bit lower. Yeah, the bounce is looking pretty good. And I think I need to keep that piece of the mouth open a bit more than it is. Oh, I'm seeing chat going. Nisty, free compasses? Yeah, we got a free compass. I think there was a lot of free pens. Free compass. So you could find your way home, I guess. Tote bags. There was a lot of free tote bags. They were very good at here's our tote bag. It has our logo on it. And me and my friend were like, why would anyone want that? And they were flabbergasted. What do you mean? It's like, well, if you did a cool design, don't you have an entire course dedicated to fashion, graphic design, and illustration? And they're like, yeah. And it's like, so did you not think you could look at any of the free labor, or because God forbid you pay them, amongst the students there and have them design you a tote bag that sure features your logo but actually looks stylish, so people would want it and would rep your university because they've got a good bag? And then they're like, duh. Same attitude to the people that were like, here's a free shirt, it just has our logo on it. It's like, oh, I don't want that. I'm not gonna wear that. I'm not gonna wear that. Uzi, hi. Hello, Emily. Oh, a lot of messages are being redacted all of a sudden. What are you all doing? So I think this is a piece that doesn't quite look right to me. Might be that. What if I round up this more? I'll neaten it up more if I have to in a minute. Does this look fine? Am I overthinking it? I feel like the beak looks weird in one of the frames and I'm not sure which one. Oh my god, what if I... Oh! Wait. Maybe. Maybe that was it. Blah. Oh my god. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Amazing. These are the two frames we're keeping. Getting rid of the rest. This is all we need. It's like a PNG tuber. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live. I am the Jcrow. Pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo. Perfect. Uzi, who's this silly little guy before me? This is Poncho. They are a little bird monster alien creature. And they belong to a person on ArtFight called YuuniNya. I just typed in and searched for a tag for anything tagged as little guy because I just wanted to do something fun, and I succeeded. They're a little guy. This took a little longer than anticipated because I was feeling a bit slow today. Bro really said, what? Yeah. Abagoki, Poncho equals lobster claw man or pistachio head. Yes. Combination. Ooga booga. Looks like a lobster claw. A cute lobster claw, though. I'll be able to, because you can't see its little outfit. There you go, Uzi. You can see the little slack foot. He's hopping like a little froggy. Night Watcher, nobody tell her about the time. Redacted. Retracted. Oh, look! The time! I have noticed! Uzi, little guy, quote the Jcrow. Little guy, yeah. How else would you describe little guy? I wonder what else they were tagged as. Shall I see? So I just searched a tag for lil guy, Lil guy. I was correct. They were also tagged as alien, monster, creature, simple, bird, poncho, creature if I didn't say that already, and just little guy. Little guy. Oh, somebody commented he loves to wear hats and non-hat objects on his head. I could put an orange on his head. Could give him a little crown. And then he could have a crown like everybody in chat. Nice. No, Watcher, I redacted it too late. Sorry, I just got here, bro. I'm sorry, Uzi. It's good to see you. Mochi Stars was wondering where you were at, actually. But it is bedtime, everybody. So thank you all for joining the live stream. I hope you enjoyed watching me try and animate little guy Poncho. I might share the completed GIF to community posts when I'm done, because why not? And obviously it'll be shared to ArtFight, and the final will also be included in the posing animation meme I'm working on. So shout out to everybody we've had in chat today. Night Watcher, Uzi, last minute at the end there. Moji Stars Arts. We've had something painting. Who you new? Theo Paints. Mime Type. Beanie was here. Good to see. We've had a few new faces in chat actually. Skelly, Bagoki, Nightwatcher, Astra Blaze, Squeaky Cleanspin in the back talking. Mime Type, always breaded, new username. And somebody called Two Cats appeared, I think, as well. So everyone, and did I mention this, Steve? Thank you all for joining the stream. The streaming schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. UK time. Depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Have a great day or sweet dreams. Bye bye.